Hey, Drewz Viewz here, back to react to Peaky Blinders. Today I'm up to Season 3, Episode 3, and last time on, wow, what an ending there. Grace, possible R.I.P.? R.I. possible? I mean, she got shot, it seemed to be near the heart. I would say the bullet looked a little bit higher than that, more between heart and shoulder, but I don't know. I could definitely see her being dead. Even if she isn't, Tommy's going to be devastated over this, I feel like. So, a lot of things happened last episode. One thing that happened last Drewz Viewz reaction episode was I was a bit of a confused boy over here. So, what had happened was I was calling John Shelby Joe the whole time. Because I should know the character names by now. It's Season 3, but in the credits, I noticed his name is Joe Cole, I believe it is, and then I saw Finn Cole, and then the one youngest brother's name is Finn on the show, Finn Shelby. So I was like, wait a minute, are these two brothers in real life? And then since it was like Finn is using his real name, I was like, oh, Joe must be too. So I started calling him Joe, even though they said John multiple times throughout the episode. It was the most John episode we've had in a while, actually. But anyway, what I come to find out is there are brothers. It's the actor who plays Michael. His name is Finn. He plays Michael. Him and Joe. Finn and Joe are brothers in real life. They play cousins on the show. But then the brother on the show's name is Finn. It's very confusing, so can't blame me for that confusion. But you can blame me for not, going the whole episode mostly. And I obviously edited the reaction, put it out, and I realized what I was doing wrong. But then what happened is, so in that episode, John offended that Italian family, and they had a little meeting without Tommy. Arthur wanted him to apologize. Polly wanted him to compromise. He didn't either. He escalated the situation, and then Tommy said he was cool with it, but maybe he'll probably come to regret that because the Italian family was the one who hired this assassin. It would seem like. I mean, there was a scene with the guy, the head of the family, talking to another guy, saying this guy's coming in. There's the one assassination attempt last year where he got nobody. The guy that was working for Sabini, he was just by himself. This guy by himself as well. He did get Grace, I guess, but he's gonna be dead. I mean, even at the end of the episode, Arthur and John are beating him and everything. So I don't know what these. I would think there's better assassination plans. I guess it's just to send a message. But I had also thought when I initially saw it that I assumed they were gonna try to kill John because he's the one who started it, and then the assassin said something that sounded like Joe to me. Even watching back watching it back, I can't figure out what he's saying. Maybe it was something in Italian, I'm not sure. But I was hearing Joe because I was already thinking that was the character's name. And then I was like, oh, they're trying to go for Joe and accidentally hit Grace. Watching it again when I edited it, it definitely seemed like actually they were aiming for Grace. So it's to send a message to Tommy, I guess. And then that was apart from this whole other thing about this cursed sapphire. So I was figuring out last time what's going on with this Russia thing. It seemed Tommy's still working for Churchill and the government. They want him to get involved in this Russian business with the White Russians that when the communists ousted them, I guess it's the Soviet Union now, it's the 20s, they're trying to get, this is like a Turkish count or something, whatever it is, I can't remember, some type of lord guy that's ousted with his wife, who seems like she's the actual boss, kind of, with the conversation they had last time. She said, will you be able to kill Tommy when the time comes? He said yes. His niece is the one we met in the premiere of the season. She told him that the sapphire necklace kind of thing Grace was wearing that they gave Tommy as payment for killing that guy and for doing whatever, she said it's cursed, gypsy cursed, and he was seeming to freak out about that, and that was right before the assassination went down. So I don't know, it's interesting. And then there's like a priest we met last time. There's all these people trying to get Tommy to do what they want, to pressure him. But again, like I said, I think this is separate from this whole Italian family situation. So could be related. I think it's separate, but we'll see. One's obviously going to affect the other, and I would expect. I mean, I don't know if this episode's going to take place right where it left off. It ended with everyone going crazy, but I would expect, there's going to be certainly some blowback to Tommy and from him this time, but we shall see. We shall see. I shall see right now. There's probably more stuff to talk about, but I really just want to get right into the episode here. Tommy's sitting out by a bonfire. Morning his wife's death. Yeah, I see Joe and Finn Cole in the credits there. I guess the character, his actor's probably not in the main credits because he's not really a main character. Peaky in the credits. I haven't seen that name before. Strange name. And of course, this is like the 12th different Red Right Hand version we've gotten. Like a choir version, kind of. I mean, it definitely seems like the actions right now of someone in mourning, like, so I think she might actually be dead. I feel like if she was alive, they'd be in a hospital or something. So I guess there's a little more of a time skip.
There's also been a threefold increase in donations to the Shelby Foundation charity. The council have suggested naming the new school the Grace Shelby Institute.
I wonder, maybe it's been a couple of weeks.
This is a list of the other things I want doing.
Interesting, they're all still wearing black.
Well done, both of you.
He wanted to see people in a particular order.
Sabini and Solomons have already sent condolences and flowers, so it won't be long before they come trotting up the A1 like wolves.
Interesting.
Boy, me and John, we just want to say that...
Arthur, shut up.
Even less time than his speech at the wedding.
We interrogated his boys.
Yeah, he went to Liverpool. He's waiting for an immigrant ship to New York.
When?
Maybe it's only been about a week or so.
His wife.
So shoot her and bring him to me.
Mrs. Changretta was a teacher at our school.
Good woman, John. Good woman.
He doesn't care.
Just do what's on the list. Nothing else than burn it.
Not Michael, no.
No, not Michael, no. Because Michael deals with legitimate business.
You saw Michael before us.
Fuck's sake, John.
My fucking wife took a bullet meant for me!
So it was meant for Tommy. Okay.
Legitimate business is the priority.
So I wonder if Tommy's son got taken by her family, since I think it's supposed to be...
He knows better words, right, Pa?
Since when was I your boss, Arthur?
First the boss meeting, then the workers meeting, eh?
When did either of you two do a day's work?
In the old days, Finn. Now me and John, we're just fucking bin men.
Oh, let's get back on the buzz.
I'm fucking trees.
John, stop swearing in front of the kids.
Fuck you just say to me.
I didn't ask for separate meetings today, all right?
All right.
Fucking pheasant.
You can't say things like that.
Now look what you've done.
Little kid swearing diffuses any situation. The classic Peaky Blinders camera shot right there.
Tommy,
Oh, so he does still have a son.
they're coming out in the drive. They were going to Wales.
Wales. What woman would be in Wales?
She's gone, Charlie. There's a few things we need to get straight. I'll keep things the way they are in the room.
Don't think he understands what you're talking about, Tommy.
She's not going to be coming back, so that's just you and me.
It's like waking up a girl when you call that trigger.
I wonder if Michael will be doing some of the illegitimate business by the time the season's out.
Why does a pen pusher who sits on his arse all day want to fire a gun? You won't feel nothing until you point that thing at a man. There you go, young boss.
It's funny now knowing that these two are actual brothers.
One squeeze.
What's going on?
Polly, we're just educating the boss. I'm not a fucking kid anymore.
Sorry, Polly. This is a factory that the niece was supposed to go with Tommy to check out. I'm assuming that didn't end up happening.
There was a woman in a fur coat, walking through here in broad daylight, like the Queen of fucking Sheba.
So she did it by herself, I guess.
These are all the men who worked the night shift who are members of the South Birmingham Communist Party.
You've got 6 weeks. Sack them all.
was taking the money this time. He didn't want it last time. Tommy. It's like a clove cigarette.
Do you tell your friends you're painting a gangster?
I don't think he sees her as a gangster.
My motivation for doing this is twofold. Firstly, you have a face full of contradictions.
But more importantly, second, we're trying to get it in
Second
there.
motivation is that I am planning to seduce you eventually.
How would that please God?
Please me.
Think you're God, bro?
Other than that, nothing.
Some gypsy woman, I assume? It's absolution for being responsible for getting his wife killed. Oh, the cursed jewel.
Would you take it?
I'd take it.
I'll lie awake at night at 4 in the fucking morning and I'll blame myself for her death.
You want me to tell you this jewel is cursed, and then her death won't be all your fault.
I have business. I need to get some sleep.
My fetus curse burning through my hand.
Now you do. Now she's like, meanwhile, now I have thousands of pounds worth sapphire. I just spotted the old man. It's about to be curtains for him.
Think about Mott Street, the cafe, the smell of the coffee.
Well, I guess curtains for his wife. They want him alive. It's gonna be a red herring, or is this it?
Come with me.
I wonder if the cop's gonna end up being the one to do it, because obviously they have the cops on their payroll. I think I might be right.
John Shelby, I smacked your ass.
I'm not gonna harm her. Let's just get a move on.
Look, we're disobeying Tommy's orders. Just by talking to you.
Are they really?
Go to the cafe in Mott Street. Bonita will take care of you. I love you forever.
Oh!
And your love.
Will Tommy find out about this? Chances are probably good.
You know what time it is? Oh man. And I'm gonna keep you alive. Until it gets light. Until we can both hear the blackbird singing outside.
If I was this old man, I would have kept like a cyanide pill or something holstered, knowing they're gonna come after me.
Which my wife will never did again.
I'm a blind.
Not gonna
I'll
torture
take your
him.
fucking eyes first!
I was going to.
I heard the blackbird sing.
Why didn't kill Mrs. Jankrat?
We're not those kind of men.
Well, there's nothing he can do, really. It's Leonard Cohen. So they've both lost their spouses.
Just promise me no one will get killed.
Ada, it'll be me, or John, or Arthur, who gets killed if you don't give me the fucking name. Boston office.
Boston, America.
Lipstick. Clothes from Paris. No revolvers, all legal.
Ada's getting a promotion.
Give me the name of the informant.
So is he trying to get dirt on the people that are pressing him?
Make the wrong choice, you won't see it over 44.
Probably made the right choice. Not getting any Arthur full frontal here? Oh, almost got something on that. Isn't she like super Christian though? Doesn't seem to go along with that. I don't think they're married.
Linda!
I don't think Tommy and
He's
John
up
are
to
happy
swallowing.
about this.
I'm gonna be a fucking dad. Fuck off.
Absolutely fucked.
Nah, nothing's gonna change, John.
Goodbye,
I
Arthur.
think Tommy thinks it is.
Congratulations.
Won't be dead.
Proud of you.
I believe you've met everyone apart from my wife, Grand Duchess Isabella Petrovna.
We must offer you our sincere condolences on your recent loss, which some of us witnessed.
I think they all did, except for the wife. Oh, I guess the guy wasn't there either.
I've made only one copy for security. Who should I? Richard?
My husband is in charge of this operation.
Is he?
Since there will no doubt be vodka later, perhaps you should give it to me for safekeeping.
5 factory foremen on our payroll have begun a campaign of victimization against communist workers in 5 factories across Birmingham. And all police that are not already under our control will be busy. The city will be paralyzed, waiting on flatbeds.
And the ammunition.
The ammunition...
I have to say that this soup is exceptional.
Tommy's gonna kill this priest before the end of the season.
I'm certain that nothing has been overlooked.
For trucks and fuels, I trust you will respond in kind.
But of course, Mr. Shelby.
I would like it known that I'm unable to swallow food in the same room as this priest. Enjoy your evening.
See Mr. Shelby to his car.
Yes. Priest is passing information about the robbery to Lloyd's under Article Monkland. He, in turn, is passing information to the Soviet embassy.
You are able to continue your business dealings even after what happened. Perhaps you didn't love her.
That was a mistake.
She's here. By my side. Now give me permission to kill the priest.
Alright, so that was a little intriguing there. I mean, low-key episode, certainly. I mean, after what happened at the end of last time, to be expected, I suppose. And it is like typical of this show to just kind of breeze past big events like a funeral or something like that. So it seemed to be about a week to a week and a half later after the incident. At the start of this episode, at least. But yeah, with the end there, I mean, it's a little convenient, I guess, to be the priest that Tommy doesn't like is the one flipping on them, or the informant, or whatever the case is. It's possible he's just saying it to him so he can kill him, but I mean, he did have that guy in jail, the guy that Ada got the information on, and so it probably is real, you know, what he's saying. And then who knows I mean, yeah, so it's the Duchess herself is clearly shown to be the one really in charge here. In the past episode, like I mentioned before this one, she said, will he be able to kill Tommy? I mean, presumably she'll still want to, but I don't know. I mean, she'll probably be intrigued by him as well, based on his appearance at that dinner there. And yeah, the niece definitely pushing it, saying shit like that to him at the end. But, you know, I don't know. I think her aunt and uncle are trying to kind of honeypot her out a little bit, or have in the past anyway, but I don't know if Tommy's going to go for that. I mean, at the end, I think they just wanted her to get the information since he said he had secrets, but yeah, I don't know. And apparently she just went to the factory by herself. The foreman guy said there, the boss there said, because that's what they were talking about. He was supposed to take her right before she got killed there with Ada, so I guess she's maybe going to America for Tommy, or, you know, for the family to work there. And she found out this communist information. It seems like her storyline is typically like her struggle between like her principles, which I think she got involved with her late husband in the first place, or when she did. I mean, he got her into the communism thing. I think she believed in it somewhat, and she still keeps up with some of these people. But then it always comes back to money and, you know, comfort and things like that. So that's kind of like her struggle. I mean, she didn't get that much time in this, but I just kind of made note of that during that scene. Like, that seems to be what her storyline typically is.
And I notice you started wearing lipstick again.
And in the end, I think she's gonna go with the family and with the comfortable lifestyle, but who knows? yeah, so mostly obviously about what Tommy's doing after his wife's death here. I guess they were only married for like a couple months, technically. I don't know how long was supposed to be between episode 1 and 2 there, but probably a couple months it seems like. First he went to Wales to see, I guess, this gypsy woman he knows, or knew of at least. I think, you know, she didn't say anything about the thing being cursed before he told her. He just wanted that absolution. I mean, I think he still blames himself, but it's kind of interesting with this gypsy stuff because, and the curse and whatever, because Tommy doesn't seem, I haven't mentioned a little bit in the recap last time, he doesn't seem like the type of guy to go for all this stuff. He's certainly not religious normally. I know it's not the same as religion necessarily, but it's kind of his religion.
All religion is a foolish answer to a foolish question.
And I would say, like, he just, in this episode, it could be he just wanted, like, with that absolution, maybe he doesn't really believe it was cursed, but just to make himself feel better, be able to sleep and all that. But then at the same time, he was freaking out when he heard about the curse before it actually happened that she got shot, so he must believe it to some extent. I don't know. And I guess so, he's saying that the bullet was meant for him. It looked like, I mean, it's not like she jumped in front of him or like the guy got spun. It seemed like he was killing, you know, the assassin was going for her. But I mean, it obviously makes more sense to go for him. So I guess that was probably it. And last time I was thinking they'd go for John, but then thinking about it more, I guess that would just lead to blowback, which happened anyway. But I mean, I guess they want to, since Tommy's the brains behind everything, they wanted to snuff him out. But even if they had successfully done that, I'm sure the Shelbys could get it together enough, and the Blinders could get it together enough to wipe them all out anyway, even without Tommy. So I don't know. I'm glad they didn't kill his wife. I guess Arthur and John were kind of, you know, especially Arthur, were kind of acting in his interest this time, like despite what Tommy wanted to do with his rage over what happened. It's better for him not to torture the guy. It's better for him not to kill his wife, which was apparently their school teacher back in the day. So I'm glad it went down that way, and I think he understood that. Now it's possible that even, like, maybe if it was subconscious or not, whatever it is, maybe he even wanted to be talked out of that or didn't want to go down that path, because he could have just had the old guy in a room by himself. He didn't actually need Arthur and John there watching. So maybe he ultimately wanted what to happen. The first part of the episode was a lot about the family dynamics here with Michael coming in. Like, he had the meeting with Michael and Polly first, then them, and he said legitimate business versus whatever. But clearly John and Arthur feel like they're being pushed out a little bit, or they're just like the grunts. Especially Arthur's been feeling that. Now John's starting to catch on too. They're just like the trigger men for him. And he never tells them completely everything. And at the same time, Michael is smarter than them anyway. It's clear, but he's more built to be like Tommy, but it's understandable certainly why they're mad about that. Now there's a scene with him firing the gun, having them aim the gun at him. That's a little interesting. Polly's not happy about that, obviously, but like I kind of said then, I think it's definitely going to end up where Michael is going to be getting his hands dirty here, probably by the end of the season. And what else happened? I mean, that was the gist of most of everything, I think. Well, also further possibly driving the wedge. Arthur having, you know, a baby on the way now with the Christian woman. I don't think, you know, you could even see it in Tommy's eyes. He knows things might be changing. She wants him not to work at night anymore. Maybe she's having the baby, you know, purposely tried to get pregnant to try to pull him away a little bit too, I would imagine. So, yeah, something's going to happen there. Ultimately, for the character of Arthur, I wanted to work out for him. Like, he should be on a better path here. Really, he should just be out of the... If he wanted to have a good life, he should just, like, get out of this business entirely. I don't know, that's never going to happen, but, you know, he'd probably be better off with it. John, you know, he's just kind of what he is. I mean, doesn't think about stuff a whole lot, obviously. He's more about the life, but I mean, even he, you know, sided with Arthur on the teacher thing. So I don't know. And you know, there was him and Arthur got into it a little bit last time when Arthur was just going home after doing what they had to do instead of staying out drinking or whatever. So I still think it'll be issues between the brothers here, but we shall see. Plenty of stuff going on here. I'm excited to get to the next one next time on Drewz Viewz. It'll be Peaky Blinder episode 4 of Season 3 reaction. Join me back there next time for that. Please do subscribe to this channel if you like this or any of my other reactions. And until next time, I'm up out of here. Peace.
Let him go. The important thing is if he says he'll be back, he'll be back. Come on. Let's go light a fire in the big room. Let's go drink whiskey